Hello and welcome to a slightly different version of the Mammon podcast. In a mix-up to our usual routine of pop culture lists, we're digging into the world of sport. With the Euros having just begun, what better sport to do a list on than the beautiful game that's football? However, as listeners do know, I'm clueless about football, so joining Mike discussing his top 5 football moments is our first ever live guest. But before we get into that, Mike, how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been good, thanks. Excited for the Euros. We got more excited for the Euros doing this list, I think. Looking up, because I've been trying to watch the moments that I'm talking about. So actually watching it has actually got me more excited for the Euros.
Yeah.
And then every time I think about Gareth Southgate playing a back three, I fucking hate the man, and he's not even done it yet. But in my head, I'm getting genuinely angry about something that's not even happened yet, which is psychotic.
Well, it might have happened because this episode goes out when the first England game's out, isn't it?
Well, depending on they listen to it, yeah, because we come out 9am. 9am every Sunday, by the way. Man, check us out. And
rate and subscribe.
Always. Yeah, 5 stars. Well, in fact, can we let them do whatever they want? Are we trying to push 5 stars, or are we just saying just any rating?
No, give us 1 star. Yeah, because that sounds like a good idea, Mike.
I think I'd rather something be 1 star than 4. So I just give me fucking 5 at that point. You're so close to it. You clearly like us a lot.
But yeah.
But yeah, the way it kickoff's 2. So if you're listening to this on Sunday, it depends whenabouts on Sunday they pick us up.
Yeah. Most people probably will be listening after. So Gareth Southgate's already made this decision.
Well, should we do one where we're really positive about him and then one really negative, and then we can edit it after Sunday and leave in whatever it was?
Yeah, I'll just do a quick flash in.
Yeah.
So the score was 1-0.
Yeah, exactly.
2-0. 3-0. As you're aware, I've actually started taking notes about my week.
Let's hear you.
I sent you a link. Well, not a link, a picture of something, and I put it on social media as well. And the story began, I met an absolute psycho on Tuesday. And I realised that's as interesting as the story actually does get.
I'm about to say, can I guess where it goes?
You can guess where it goes, and it's going to be nowhere near as interesting as you ever guess. I've realised how dull my life is by taking notes of my life.
In fact, I don't want to guess that. I just want to hear this and make fun of you.
So I get on the bus, completely empty. Pick the obvious seat, which is the one...
Hold on, who was driving the bus? Because this is already interesting, because it's a ghost story already.
You're genuinely a twat. Yeah, so I get on the bus with the bus driver, but all the seats completely clear. Get on the obvious seat, which is the one with all the leg room. Mm-hmm. Not an idiot. And there's one other guy who gets on behind me, and complete free range of the bus. He was quite a tall guy. Set an image of him as well. He had both arms sleeve tattoos, but on one of the arms was a picture of Alan Partridge. So yeah, he could have picked absolutely anywhere on the bus to pick, and for some reason, he sits on the seat with the wheel arch. So his literal knees are in his chin. What is wrong with the guy?
His literal knees were what?
His knees are on, literally by his chin.
Jesus Christ.
Because he's so tall. Why would you pick that one seat? But then I realised that's how interesting my life's become. I'm watching someone and judging where they sit. Realise I need to get out.
As on your phone, you've got a sex scene from Big Mouth playing.
Yeah. Nice sex scenes on Big Mouth.
Wow.
And little kids, Mike. Actually, there is some sex scenes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen one of the dads mot out the mum.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah. Right, shall we move on to our actual list now? Well, not our list, but shall we introduce our guest for this week?
Our first ever live guest.
Yeah, Mike, would you like to do the honours?
Yep, he is my best friend. I've known him since secondary school, and his name begins with an S.
You can do this. Simon.
Yes, thank you, mate. It is Shaun.
Hello, Shaun. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, guys. Yeah, it's an honour to be here. To be the first live guest is...
Hold on, wait, Paul. You're speaking like you're a manager being interviewed pre-match.
He's getting into the theme of the week.
It is a football podcast. Come on.
I'm looking, it's 2 teams who want to go out and win. We've both done well to get here.
Yes, right. So... Thank you, mate.
Let me start you off. Let me ask you some questions, try and warm you up. Just nice, easy things, okay? Okay. How do you spell Shaun?
Shaun.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my first question. I actually asked Mike earlier.
When did you first meet me? How did we first meet?
Secondary school, year 10.
Yeah. We probably saw each other around, but first time we probably
but that's when we become mates, wasn't it? It was like...
Were you actually in secondary school together up until that point?
Yeah, we went to different primaries, but both went to the same secondaries. But
That's interesting. You didn't become friends until year 10 then, because most people have got their friendship group around then, haven't they?
Yeah, well, most people stuck to like their own forms, and then year 9 obviously make your choices with GCSEs and all that.
Yeah.
We did history, didn't we? And then
yeah.
just become mates from that, and then
it became history.
exactly.
Oh, I like that one. Next easy question. Is God real, yes or no? And we have religious listeners. I'm joking. I won't do that to you. We do try and stay away from religion and politics. Well, we said that, but who the fuck knows what we've said and offended throughout these things? So
the podcast.
I think we've offended a lot of people.
I've not heard you delve into too many dodgy areas.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
I noticed I swore a lot in the first one. I remember coming off when we finished, I was like, I feel like I swore a lot.
Yeah.
And since then, I feel like I've toned it down. But I don't know if I have. Do we swear a lot? Does it come
No,
across?
I don't. Not as casually.
Casually. Who swears more?
You would say.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
My father-in-law's told me off for the amount of swearing I've done, apparently.
Really?
Yeah. So I've got a question, Shaun, because there's too many embarrassing stories about me on this podcast, especially the sick gate incident that Mike likes to bring up quite a lot. Is there any embarrassing stories about Mike that needs to be immortalised on the internet forever?
Free reign.
Absolutely. Free reign.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't end my engagement.
Here we go then.
Free reign.
I don't think there's any too bad to it.
No.
This is the story that my mum absolutely loves.
Oh, God.
So,
Do you already know what it is, Mike?
Yeah.
Me and Mike were on
man.
a night out. I can't remember. I don't think there's anything particularly special. Just both at uni.
Hey, we were out together as well.
We were out
Special.
together. Wonderful special night. Absolutely, you're right. And we'd stayed out. We're in a club till 3:00, whatever. Both left. And then Mike just decides we're about to get in a taxi and just decides to take a tangent and start running off. No reason.
Oh, this isn't the one I thought.
I think it is. I think it does delve back in.
Okay.
Maybe I'm mixing two stories up.
I think you are mixing two
I'm
stories
mixing
up.
two stories up.
Does this involve your mum giving me tea naked in the morning? Well, I was naked, she wasn't.
Oh, yes.
Have you mixed
I'm
two?
mixing them up. Okay, I'll tell that story, because that's the best.
Okay.
I'm mixing them up. So,
that was a different night, the running story. I proper Forrest Gumped that night.
this
We'll have to get that story at some point.
This is an embarrassing story for both of us, isn't it?
I don't know if we can. In fact, I don't know if we can use this story. You committed now? Let's go.
I'm committed. Right. Okay. So the start of the story is pretty much the same. Too much to drink, left the club, and then we get into a taxi, and we on the taxi home, get about halfway home, and then was it?
We pull no,
And then we pulled up at
we pulled up at the petrol station because of what I've done.
Yes. So it was you. Okay. So yeah. So then we driving down about 5 minutes from home. Mike starts feeling not particularly well in the taxi. We're in a yellow.
Violently ill.
It's
is the
important
word
to
I
state
was
we're in a yellow cab as well, so plenty of space.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then Mike's not particularly well. Asks the taxi driver to stop. Says no. So then Mike just proceeds to be not particularly well in the taxi.
Not in like defiance, not like fuck you, not like I just wanted to stop for no reason and he said no. I went right. Well, here's my revenge. I was trying to prevent the waterfall of vomit.
You were trying to stop.
I was going to say, I feel like the taxi driver had this happen.
Yeah, it was kind of his own doing, really.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have just stopped and said, "All right, get out then." But he was insistent on that.
He just wanted that £50 fine, didn't he?
Probably.
That's probably what it was. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm like, oh dear. Taxi driver stops and says, "Right, get out. You need to pay your money."
So he pulls a petrol stage because he wants a soiling charge from us.
Yeah.
So then I tried to get up, slip,
God.
on the mess.
Lands in this swimming pool of vomit that's on the floor.
So then I sort of swim myself out the taxi.
He can't, every time I try to stand up, he falls down. So he has to, while still lying on the floor in my sick, open the door and slide out.
So
Oh,
this is
God.
actually quite an embarrassing story for me, thinking about
Yeah.
it.
We've even missed the first bit of the club as well. Well, I won't go into that.
Oh
It's
my
about
God,
me.
yeah, okay. And then, so I swim out, and then I give the taxi driver, I take my card out and give the taxi driver the phone and wallet and say, right, look after that, I'm not going to run off. At this stage, Mike swam himself out of the taxi as well, so he's outside.
I had the
And
exact
then-
same thing after him. Like literally
Yeah.
the exact same thing. Stood up, slipped in
It
it,
must
and
have
had to
been
roll out.
It was pretty
Covered.
grim.
It was.
And,
it's the most liquid that's ever come out of me. Which I was genuinely trying not to be inappropriate.
So I've got my card in my hand, the taxi driver's got my wallet and phone. I withdraw the cash, pay the guy, completely forget about the phone and wallet, and then just tap the taxi on the top, say, right, see you later, mate, thanks for that. And he drives off, and then Mike's just in a bit of a mess, bless him. And I'm like...
As Ed Sheeran said, my legs did not work like they used to before at that point.
No. And then I'm like, well, there goes the phone and wallet. So I actually realised, just as he's in the distance, I'm like, right, well, that's gone.
Also, it was winter. We had a good 10-15 minute walk to your house from there.
Yeah.
And we kept falling over in mud.
Yes. And then I go home. I've got work next day.
So I'm stopping at his. I'm crashing on his sofa.
Yeah. So I, next day, not feeling great, but managed to get myself sorted and go to work.
Well,
So,
just before that, his mum is lovely. His mum's like one of those mums that does everything for him. And I keep getting woken up to like this really pleasant, lovely woman called Julie go in.
I thought you were going to skip this bit.
Sure, baby, do you want some breakfast? You need to get up for work soon. He's like, fuck off, mum. I'm hungover. I'm tired. I don't need to get up for work yet. And she's like, okay. 20 minutes later. It really is probably, if you want to get a shower, I've made some tea and toast for you. He's like, no, mum, I don't want it. Leave me alone. And then she tries a couple more times, keep getting that. And then eventually he wakes up and he's got literally 5 minutes till he has to go to work. He's like, why did you wake me up? To his mum. He's cried like 6 times. So you go to work.
Yeah.
Do you have time to shower after you've been covered in my vomit?
A good wash, but not...
not a full cleanse.
Not enough
I
time
love
to
how
cry.
Mike has turned this embarrassing story about
Exactly.
him.
How
away.
has this happened?
Like, how has this...
Mike's got a brilliant talent at doing this. I start telling the story.
Shaun, take control of the situation.
And then Mike just goes, yeah, but you forgot this bit.
Right.
And then before I know
Have I
it,
lied?
Mike's telling the story and has turned it completely the other way on me. He's not lied about anything. Let's give him his dues. But this could have gone a lot worse for you.
Well, then it gets really awkward.
Yeah, so I'll let you tell this bit because I wasn't there.
Well, at this point, I realised that I couldn't really remember getting back to his. And I've completely stripped off naked, because obviously my clothes were coming back. I'm completely naked. And I've got this thin blanket. And size-wise, it's like a hand towel. I don't know what it is. It must have been like one of your like baby blankets that you somehow found or something. It was tiny. And then his mum clearly wants me to go. Like, not being horrible, just Shaun's gone. She wants this drunk mess out.
Yeah.
But I'm literally completely naked underneath this little towel thing. And she's like trying to stand in there to be like, like make it obvious to go. And I don't want to be like, look, I'm naked, can you leave the room? So neither of us, we're both being like a little bit, I don't know, is passive aggressive the word? I don't know, but we're always too polite to say what we both want.
I get what
I'm
you
like,
mean.
leave
Yeah.
so I can get changed. She's like, leave, get out my house. So then I'm like, oh, Posh, would you mind making me a drink? She's like, a bit rude, but okay. And then I'm quickly trying to get these clothes back on, which are still wet from last night. And then I've got to look at my sister at the time, lived around the corner. So I rang her, I was like, I need to come in and get showered. I've rang my mum, she's going to drop clothes off. Please burn these ones that I'm going to leave as I enter.
You'd also thrown up on Mum's cushion as well.
I don't think I did. I think I was just covered in vomit.
Well, yeah, probably.
And it went on from there.
Yeah.
Not that it makes it better.
No. So I just said, you better turn that over before Mum sees it.
I did, and
So
she found
for,
it.
For all I know, it's still there.
I still think if I saw your mum now, she'd bring it up after about 20 minutes.
Every single time
Yeah.
she sees it, she loves to bring that story up.
Thank God she likes me.
Really, all the time you go over this shit.
She got over it. She did pretty well.
Yeah.
Right, so there you go.
So yeah, that's the one. I sound quite nervous when I first started.
I'm not nervous. It's exactly as I said.
Was it?
It literally sounded like that rehearsed manager. Yeah, so it's disappointing. It's disappointing to go away with a loss, but I can't fault the performance. The lads, they gave everything.
I've never spent like that in my life.
Do you not? When I was at my most obsessed foot manager, I used to interview myself in the bath.
Did you?
Yeah, I'd like ask the question out loud as if I was the interviewer, and then answer like I was the manager.
Wow.
Yeah.
We definitely know who's the bigger football manager fan now.
Yeah. I used to be ashamed of that fact. I'm not anymore.
Right. I think it's time for... You ready for this? I'm proud of this segue, by the way, Mike. I think it's time to kick off.
Oh.
Oh, not too happy.
No, I liked it.
No, I'm sorry, I was just nodding.
Sean was nodding. Yeah, if we start a video one, you see Sean go,
Nice. Let's start. Let's start with our guest first. Anyway, Shaun, what's your number 5 pick?
So, my number 5 is... For some reason I want to get my notes out so I can remember, but I do know them. So the game is Derby v Forest. back in, I think it was 2009. Derby won 3-2, and my moment is Chris Commons' winner.
Okay.
It's a bit of a random one, I know. There might be some, well, I imagine every listener that's not a Derby or Forest fan probably won't know.
I was going to say, you've clearly picked it because obviously you're a Derby fan.
Yeah,
to some people, it won't be a memorable match because it's not really exactly a top flight team. But
exactly.
What makes it so memorable for you?
So the game, I mean, I think it was a 4th round FA Cup match, so it would have meant more if it was a league game, really. But I went to the game, so I was in the away end, and the course of the game. So we had a history at the City Ground of conceding early goals at that time. So we went 2-0 down really early. So obviously the Forest fans were loud, cheering, making a bunch of noise, and it was, we thought we were in for a pretty grim night. And then we just mounted this comeback. I think there was a Hull goal before half time, and then can't recall who scored the equaliser. But yeah, the winner was Commons. It was in like the 70-something minute, and he jinked past a player, got onto his left foot, and then put it straight into the bottom corner from about 25 yards.
I remember that.
Oh, it was just unbelievable. Like because of the moment we'd gone 2-0 down, and then brought it back to 3-2 and scored a goal like that. And Chris Commons is an ex-Forest player, so that added a bit of that added a bit of like extra dimension to it.
He was a tosser because did he celebrate as well?
Oh yeah, he went mad.
And I remember
I think that was the first. It was his first season at Derby as well, so not long been at Forest.
I don't know if this is true, but I always remember hearing. He signed. He had a he got a shirt that was on the outside the stadium, the picture of Commons in the Derby shirt.
Yeah.
And they had to Photoshop out a Forest tattoo he had on his arm.
Yeah, I think I've heard that.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, I think so. He was born in Mansfield, I think.
Yeah.
So he was always a big Forest fan growing up.
I've just seen, reading the recount of the match that he left in controversial fashion as well, apparently. So I'm not sure what that was about.
He joined Derby in a free transfer.
Oh, okay.
Forest didn't get that money out of it. He let his contract down, looked for a big move. We just come down from the Prem, so we had a load of money splashing about. So we offered him a big contract, and he joined us.
Oh,
so
why not?
And it was I can't recall many players making that move back then.
No, it's happened quite a few times since, hasn't it?
Since it has, but then it was quite rare to see an ex-Forest player at Derby or an ex-Derby player at Forest. So yeah, it's quite big. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's a big moment for me because I was there in the crowd, and it's just I think to this day I don't think I've seen an away end, being an away end that's gone as mad as that away end did. So yeah, it was just an amazing moment, and I loved it. And I felt like I had to pick a Derby Forest moment in my top 5. There was a lot to choose from. I mean, there's when we beat them 5-0, that was amazing. When we went down to 10 men at their ground and we beat them, it was brilliant.
Jeff Hendrick?
Yes, I think it was. Yeah. Jamie Ward got one, and then I think he got the winner. And then there's the Addison moments.
Oh, that sticks in my brain so much.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of Derby Forest moments actually.
It's all in that period as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was when we came down from the Prem. We'd not played them for years because they went down to League One. We went up to the Prem, different leagues for a while. Came back and played them again. It was just explosive. They had Billy Davis, our ex-manager. We had Nigel Clough, their ex-player. They didn't like each other, so they were always kicking off. There was the game when Tyson Fury.
That was a game of heavyweight boxing.
That was a bit sick. Nathan Tyson was waving a corner flag at the Derby fans.
And Savage had done it with
in this game, that was when Savage did his scarf thing. Yeah, so
that's a good pick. That.
Yeah, I watched that clip actually. Yeah.
It was really funny.
Yeah, we've got a lot of Forest fans who listen to the podcast.
Oh, okay. Well,
they're better than
me.
They'll be all right.
This is to the Forest fans.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
There you go. You complimented them, so it's all right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, Mike, we're actually going to skip your number 5. So I know everyone's list, but Mike and Shaun don't know each other's lists.
We don't, but can I just say about my number 5, there's no spoiler to it. My number 5 started as my number 1.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
That isn't a spoiler.
It's before I'd sort of thought about all the other ones. It was the first one that popped into my head when I thought, what's iconic football moments in my head? And then as I put the list together of my other ones, it just slipped down to 5 because the other ones top.
Well, not being a massive football fan, it's a moment that I actually remember myself. I swear I watched this game.
So then it's meant to be on the list.
Yeah. Right. Shaun, what's your number 4 pick? And Mike, listen up.
My number 4 is the moment United won the treble in '99, the Solskjaer winner.
That's
which
so
is
weird.
Mike's
My
number.
5.
Is that your number 5?
There we go.
So that actually worked out really
cool.
well.
That's nice, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean...
Sure.
Sorry, mate, yeah.
No, I was going to say, yeah, talk me through it.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, I mean, that season, I was only... Well, we were only 7, so still very young, but it's...
Prime of our lives.
Exactly.
See, I won't lie, this was when I was probably pretending to be into football and was a Glory supporter. And one of my best friends supported United at the time, who now supports Watford because he also realised he was a Glory supporter. And so that's why I'm sure I watched
that
it.
generation, though, you couldn't not like Man United because they were
such a big team.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just that class of '92 thing, bringing through all them youngsters at the same time, going on to play for England
and winning the treble. Yeah, I mean, with them.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not as though there was a few academy players that were all on the bench. You know, there was playing that night.
Beckham,
but Giggs, Scholes was suspended.
Oh no, Phil didn't play. Did he? Irwin played, didn't he? But...
Yeah, Gary must have played.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gary did.
Yeah, but yeah, so you know that's almost half the lineup of all academy lads, and it's not often you see such a successful team have so many players come through one academy.
Do you? For me, obviously, I've watched it since and stuff like that, but my vivid memories of the time are just those 2 goals. What about you?
For me, the vivid memory is just the one. I was in East Midlands Airport with my mum.
Oh, right.
We were about to. I think we're going to Spain or something. I think weirdly the flight was delayed as well. So if it wasn't, I wouldn't have seen the moment.
That's why.
So yeah, we're in the bar in East Midlands Airport, and I watched it there. It was it's a really really vivid memory. That last one going in, and then a load of people like getting up and celebrating. So
yeah. So the clip I watched, it had like interviews with all the players and whatnot. And I vividly remember Schmeichel's cartwheel as well after.
Yeah, that's a great shout. Yeah,
like I really like the moment that appeared on the clip. I watched, I was like, I remember that so well.
You know
because
what,
he was.
I've never thought of that as like quite an iconic moment, but it is.
Yeah,
because as soon as you said it, it like
it's so vividly in your head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, he was saying that he was just given up and sort of he was fed, and then the goal happened, and he was like, well, I wasn't expecting that sort of thing, because that's what like I say, there was interviews with him. So,
was the cartwheel for the equaliser or the winner?
It was
for
in
the
the
winner.
Box for the equaliser.
I also would have been the winner.
Yeah.
Just for context, just I don't know if we've explained it very well. It's the Champions League final in 1999 between Manchester United and Bayern Munich, and it was to win the treble. They were the first then and still only English team to win the treble of the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. And they were 1-0 down until the 90th minute.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they were both in the extra time, weren't they? The goals.
And both came from corners. The first one was scored by
Teddy Shaun,
and the winner was
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer,
who is now
Manchester United manager.
I was going to say a really nice guy, but yeah, that too.
I was going to say Norwegian.
Yes, still Norwegian. That hasn't changed.
They're all right.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that is one of the most iconic football moments ever.
And I think it just added. If they just won that Champions League final,
it wouldn't have been.
It wouldn't have been as much. I think the moment is the context of everything, because even everything else that they won, the FA Cup, they had a moment where Ryan Giggs
against Arsenal
in the semi-final replay ran past about 4 or 5 different players and slotted in the top corner.
And then even the league, I'm sure it's one of the lowest point wins of the league ever.
That came down to the last day.
Yeah,
at one point, I think they played Tottenham on the last game, and I think Arsenal, if they'd have won and United had lost, I think Arsenal would have won the league.
That makes it exciting, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Instead of being decided like weeks before,
which has happened.
Yeah,
a couple of years ago. It was City and Liverpool.
City.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Nice one.
Right, yeah, good choice that one, because like I say, it's one that I actually remember myself, which I didn't foresee happening. Right, Mike, we're also going to skip over your number 4
I'm about to say, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, it's definitely one.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think he's going to have this many crossovers, but it's quite good it's quite cool that you do. Right, moving on to number 3. Mike, do you want to introduce this one, because it's Shaun's number 3 and your number 4?
Yep, sounds good to me. So my number 4 is probably the most iconic piece of British Premier League football commentary, I'd say.
Yes.
And that is where Sergio Aguero scored in the 90th minute to win the Premier League for the first time ever for Manchester City on goal difference with a goal in 94th minute or something ridiculous.
Was it on goal difference that they won by?
Yeah, so the Man United and Man City had the same points, but so then it goes down to who's got the better goal difference, and it was City that year.
Now I can see the excitement in the game.
So it was nuts because Man United's game had finished earlier and they'd won, so they'd won the league as their game finished. They were just sat watching.
That must have been awful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure I've heard a few times that Ferguson was going to retire that year, but he was so upset and angry about it. He was like, "No, fuck that. I'm going to do one more year and win the league." Yeah.
So the moment that stands out for you, is it the actual goal? And you said about the commentary.
Yeah, the commentary of Aguero. Actually, I think that was that bad.
It's the bit afterwards as well, where he's like, "We'll never see anything like this ever again."
And he's right.
So watch it, drink it in.
Yeah, that is so
amazing.
Oh, and it was as well like the likeliest of heroes. Balotelli, who'd been the villain all season. You know, I don't think he ever got an assist for Manchester City.
Probably
apart from that, probably his only assist he ever got in a City shirt, or at least that's what it felt like.
Yeah. And the goal it's surprisingly composed by Aguero as well. Obviously, it's poked. Aguero passes it to Balotelli. Balotelli holds it up and then pokes it back to him. I reckon 99.9% of players would have took a first-time shot to get it out the feet
and not
because it's in the crowded box. And the way he takes that touch to go past the defender and then puts it away, it's pretty amazing.
I think as well, what's crazy is like there was another huge moment in that game that never gets spoke about. Well, I listened to a podcast. Don't listen to that. Listen to ours. Where Joey Barton, who was playing for QPR at the time, had got sent off, and he said he knew when he'd done it that he was getting a red card. So he decided what he'd try and do is, because he'd already fucked it up for his teammates, that he was going to try and get one of their players sent off with him. So
is that why he antagonised the situation afterwards?
Exactly. So that's why he headbutted someone and threw a punch at someone, because he was hoping they'd throw something back and get a red card. So he'd try and even things up a little bit. Like say, take one with him.
It's a dickish thing to do, but let me understand the reasoning.
Well, I think it was years after the situation that he explained the reasoning. Everyone just thought Joe Barton's always been a prick, so no one really questioned it. Everyone was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, my limited knowledge, watching the clip and seeing him doing it, I was like, yeah, he's known for that sort of shit.
Yeah, exactly. But actually, so some tactic, I don't know whether he's trying to bullshit, but that does sound something like he'd do as well.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Well, I remember that tackle he did on that Portsmouth player, wasn't it? Do you remember that?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, wait, I'm getting mixed up here. Some player. But no, he's thrown elbows into players and all sorts before, so...
Yeah, like I said, my limited knowledge, but I know he's known for sort of rough behaviour.
Well, he's currently in a court case for assaulting a manager, isn't he, at the moment?
Is he actually?
Still keeping it classy.
Yep. That's probably why he's trying to backtrack on all of his events, saying, no, I did it for this reason. It's not because I'm an angry person.
Don't send me to jail. Again.
Right. Staying with you, Mike. Let's hear your number 3.
So, my number 3...
Which I'm embarrassed to say I didn't actually watch, by the way.
Well,
and as I said, my family are massive supporters of one of these players. One of these teams, sorry.
This game was a bit of a nothing game in a way. So it's not the game itself, it was a draw. Although, I guess in some ways it was. It was the result of this draw changed everything. Probably the greatest sporting moment ever, or unlikeliest at least. And as a Derby County fan, who's obviously since the age of, I don't know, probably 11, 10, has gone, well, we're never going to fucking win the Premier League. That's never going to happen in my lifetime. Made every football fan around the country who wasn't a supporter of the big teams dream that this could be us one day.
Okay.
And that was
the Tottenham-Chelsea 2-2 draw.
Oh, yes, knowledge. I'm well impressed with that. And I think...
Battle at Stamford Bridge, they're called, isn't they?
Yeah, and what was crazy is Spurs, because they were the only ones in the title race, so if they drew or lost, Leicester won it, went up 2-0, I think, didn't they, as well?
Yes, yeah.
And then obviously Chelsea...
Oh, okay, now I understand, and I do recall the moment.
So actually, it was actually an iconic game even in that sense. But like I say, it wasn't for Tottenham or Chelsea.
So technically the moment was Leicester winning...
The league, yeah, but it was down to that game. And I remember being at a pub watching it. And yeah, exactly. Everyone wanted Leicester to win it. So when Spurs went up 2-0, I was like, for fuck's sake. So yeah, it was weird. I don't think I've ever celebrated a draw that much before, to be honest, as a neutral fan. But
it
yeah,
makes sense.
It was, like I say, as a football fan, it's sometimes depressing because there's so much money in the game now, and the big teams are so established, and they've got so much money, they'll never let anyone compete. They buy the best players from teams so they can't ever get to their level. It just makes it a bit depressed sometimes that you'll never, Derby surviving the Premier League for 2-3 years would be unbelievable achievement in its own, wouldn't it? So for a team who nearly got relegated the season before to go on and win it, like I say, it was just, I think it made football fans around the world even dream that this could be our club one day. Like, it was a really fairy tale sort of story within football.
Well, just to semi-show how big it actually is, it holds the record for the biggest single football bet ever won, in terms of the odds of them winning, like at the beginning of the season, were so astronomical, 5,000 to 1.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it?
That someone put on £50, but panicked and cashed out early in March, but got 72,000 from it. But if he'd stayed until the end, he would have got £250,000 from a £50 bet.
Do you know what? As good as that money is, that would haunt me for the rest of my life.
He's still doing pretty well.
Well, the fact you could have got another, but yeah, it shows how impressive the moment it was. Really,
yeah,
just came from nowhere.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
it was a brilliant moment for Leicester. And there's so many little stories in there as well, like Jamie Vardy coming from non-league, and Mahrez he had a trial at St Mirren, and they said no to him.
Kante came from the second division, the Championship of the French League, League 2, is it, or Liga 2?
Wes Morgan was playing for Forest in the Championship not long before he went and won that for Leicester.
Kasper Schmeichel said would never be as good as his dad. He was a Championship player.
Yeah, so many stories like that in there. It's just, it was so nice.
It's a great underdog story.
And as well, there's another one. Claudio Ranieri, the manager, had managed some huge teams, but never won the league title anywhere he'd been. So he'd managed Chelsea, never won. He'd managed, was AC Milan? It was a big team in Italy, I
think he managed a pretty big team in Italy. I couldn't tell you which one.
Yeah, and he didn't win the league with them. So then to win it with fucking Leicester, it's just nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, what are the odds?
5,000 to 1.
Yeah. Right. What choice was that? That was your number 3. So let's move on and mix it up for reasons that only I'll know at the moment. Mike, let's hear your number 2.
Ooh. Oh, right. Okay.
I say mix it up. You went first in the last round, but yeah, let's mix it up properly. It'll make sense.
I couldn't do this without an England moment. With it obviously being the Euros, England were on my mind. I was straight away thinking, I want an England moment on here. Partly to be a podcast whore and make it more relevant. But
get all those hashtags.
Yeah, exactly. But mostly, genuinely, I was like, I just, England are playing, I want to get an England moment. What's my favourite one? And depressingly, I thought of 10 or 12 heartbreaking England moments before I could think of my favourite. Which says a lot about the
we don't have many
team.
Glory days at the moment.
Not when we were alive anyway, no.
No.
Obviously, I went for the World Cup in 2018 because it's the best we've done in my lifetime, or at least from my memory anyway. And the game I picked and the moment I picked is because we are so well known as a national team for being shit at penalties. So it had to be the Colombia penalty shootout. Because obviously, I don't know, I felt like we were frauds to be even that far at the World Cup at that point. But then when we won the penalty shootout and broke that sort of curse, I was like, no, we fucking deserve to be here. We could do this. Although I know we didn't, and we went out of the semis, but
this was the quarterfinals, wasn't it?
That's
last 16 quarters.
Last 16,
Sweden,
sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, it felt so monumental. And I'm not a superstitious person at all, but I remember being at the pub and doing it with you. I don't remember this because you were pretty fucking wasted. But I'd decided that I had to watch every England penalty because it would go in, and I had to look away when they took their penalty because it would miss. So I don't want to say I'm the reason that England won the penalty shootout, but who knows? If I hadn't turned around, is it Sanchez, Bakker? Was it Bakker or Sanchez who missed their penalty? I can't remember. And then do you know who scored the winning one?
Eric Dyer.
Correct. Yeah. The unlikeliest of heroes.
So it wasn't that wasted. And I do remember you doing that little ritual.
Yeah.
Did
you not do it? Did you refuse to do it?
I thought you were doing it with another friend of ours, Tom.
Yeah.
And then I looked at you both and thought, what are you doing? We're about to win a penalty shootout for the first time in our lifetime. You're not watching.
To be fair, Tom was so wasted. I think I was just more moving a body that was stood up but not fully conscious, rather than he was actually going along with it. So yeah.
That's a great moment, and even my wife, who's not into football, loved every minute of that.
Really?
Well. Yeah, she kind of gets into the Euros and World Cup. I do enjoy the Euros and World Cup. I watch every year, not every year, every other year. But she has no interest whatsoever. But I think she also had a thing for Gareth Southgate in a waistcoat.
Yeah,
which probably
loads of
helped.
people did, didn't they? I had some weird
she was
that made me question a lot of things. Actually,
in the friendly the other day, he wasn't wearing one, and she was pissed off.
Yeah, it's new.
Legitimately pissed off.
He's before is not good.
Yeah,
but if he wins, I'll buy one. So
yeah,
oh yeah, too right. But
I great moment.
Yeah, I think a lot of people tend to kind of enjoy the international tournaments and get behind England a bit. I think it's because the whole country's behind one team.
Yes. No, absolutely. I think that's definitely the reason. It's not sort of like you might have a mate who might be supporting a different team in the league. You're mainly supporting the same team, and everyone's in it together.
Yeah, and the country goes a bit mad, doesn't it, when these tournaments come around? All of a sudden, everything you see everywhere is football.
And as well,
that's why everyone was talking about getting a bank holiday for.
Yeah, they were.
Final if we got there, and it was we haven't got there yet. But
they didn't say no.
That's how mental it was.
They didn't. No,
I don't think they ever said no.
They go quiet.
Yeah,
I think they would have been forced into.
Exactly. I think they said we're not going to say yes and hope it doesn't happen, but we're fucked if they get in the final.
Yeah.
I just remember being at work and there was a few games that I was at work for, but just all the radios. We don't have radios on at work, but it was just all on playing and listening to the games.
Yeah, that World Cup. There's been other tournaments in the past that have gone by, and it's just I've not even watched that many of the games because it just when it's on all the time, it gets a bit. Especially when England are knocked out at a stage, you just kind of lose interest. But that tournament, even with the other games, it just seemed to be an amazing tournament.
I think the Euros will build the electricity of that just because it's been so long since we've had this sort of a tournament.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Definitely, yeah.
So I can see the energy being good for that. Right, should we move on to your number 2, Shaun, and see why I picked Mike to go first?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So mine is of a very similar ilk. So my choice is... so the game is the Croatia game in the semi-final of the 2018 World Cup. Oh, and wow. my moment is the Trippier free kick. After we scored very early on, free kick from Trippier, perfect goal. And then I think at that point, even when we beat Colombia in penalties, even when we beat Sweden in the quarterfinals, there's a lot of people saying, "Oh yeah, but we've had an easy run." And
it felt like every game we were going to go out. This is where we get found out. Sweden finds us out. Yeah. Croatia will find us out and batter us 4-5-0. Exactly.
I don't think anyone really believed. And then it's going to sound a bit cliched, but I think in that moment when that free kick went in, when we was in that pub, everyone all of a sudden you could see people's faces just light up and think, "Shit, we might actually do this."
See, as you're saying that, I feel like I should be playing when I'm editing this. Football's Coming Home in the background. That's the sort of inspirational talk you were talking there.
Just really quiet building, like football's coming home. Although, when me and you whisper it sounds super creepy. By the way.
Well, that's the clip that I'm going to put over the top or underneath.
Nice.
I watched after I rewatched the highlights and saw the goal and remembered it. I then watched the clip of Hyde Park celebrations, which was just fantastic. Have you seen the clips yourself?
Yeah, I've seen. I've got the fan zone.
It's literally just a wave of beer in the air, and it's just insane.
Yeah,
I reckon Bar Sport had to get their ceilings redone after that tournament.
Probably. I mean, most of the games weren't too bad. People, because obviously there's still glass drinks, isn't there?
Yeah, which is nuts.
But then that one,
that's crazy for that.
Because it's you go 1-0 up in a semi-final in a World Cup. It's just everyone went mad.
It was after like 5 minutes, was it?
Yeah, it was very early on, and then not long afterwards. Do you remember the Kane?
The Kane
1-1.
Yeah.
Oh dear me! If he'd have passed across to Sterling and scored that, and God knows what could have.
I just
could have been talking about a different moment, couldn't we?
We could have done, yeah, absolutely.
That's why I didn't pick the moment, is because as great as that moment was at the time, it was probably the favourite moment in that moment, if that makes sense, of England. But then it just makes me feel so sad now thinking about it.
I know.
Because what could have been.
And it's, for me, the sad point wasn't even as conceding that second goal, you could see it coming.
Yeah, exactly. It's...
For so long,
Yeah.
you could see that they scored the equaliser. I think the game was in a balance until they scored the equaliser, and then you knew as soon as they scored that, we managed to hang on until extra time. Then after extra time, you could just kind of see it coming. Kind of getting a bit sad.
I know, that's what I mean.
Right, let's move on then if it's suppressing us. Right, Shaun, do you have any honourable mentions, dishonourable mentions? What you got?
So mine are honourable mentions. There's so many. There's so many Derby County moments, for instance, that I want to pick, but I've narrowed it down to two. So my two are the Derby's comeback against Leeds in the playoffs a couple of years ago. So we lost the first leg at home, and then we were I think still as it stands now, we're the only team in history to overturn a first leg deficit in a championship semi-final. And the way that we did it against a team like that, it was just a brilliant moment, and no one was expecting it, and it was fantastic.
And your second one?
Second one is Liverpool's comeback in Istanbul Champions League.
Oh yeah, that was close for me as well.
Yeah.
So what was big about that one?
That oh man, talk us through that.
So yeah, I mean that was Liverpool went down 3-0 at half time.
Yep.
Against a brilliant AC Milan side.
With one of the best defences probably ever.
Yeah. I mean then they still had Maldini,
Nesta,
yeah.
Cafu.
Yeah, Dida in goal. They had Shevchenko up top.
Who was the left back? I'll have a look now whilst you're talking.
Okay. But yeah, some absolutely incredible players. AC Milan went 3-0 up. And Liverpool's team at the time, it wasn't. I mean, they had the likes of. They had Gerrard. Did they have Alonso at that point, right?
Yeah, playing CDM.
Yeah, Alonso was playing. Yeah. And they had the likes of. I mean, Milan Barros was playing. Kjol, John Arisa, Jimmy Traore.
My god! I reckon that's the best 11 ever in a Champions League final. Dida, Cafu, Japstam, Nesta, Maldini, Pirlo, Seedorf, Gattuso, Kaká, Crespo, and Shevchenko. I genuinely think that's probably the best 11 ever.
That's an insane team, isn't it?
Sounds to me like just naming a bunch of wines.
Hey, do you have some weird thing that I do with Shauna sometimes that she's really good at?
What's that?
I will go on like a football lineup of and then get her to read out like foreign footballers' names, and she's so good at it. Like I try and pick really difficult ones that, even though I know their name, I sometimes can't pronounce properly, and she normally gets them first try. So maybe we'll get on for a podcast just for that one, or maybe that can be a feature every episode where you give her a difficult name and she see if she can get it.
I like the idea of that.
I'm genuinely impressed by it, though.
That is impressive.
It is
there are
really
some really
impressive.
tough names.
There are.
Right, Mike. Honourable mentions. What you got?
I've gone dishonourable mention.
Got a dishonourable mention.
Because again, when I was thinking about England, I don't know why, but this moment popped into my head straight away and crushed me a little bit. Not as much as the Trippier. Made me angry, actually, rather than upset. And that was in another World Cup. Dickhead should have picked a Euros, but I didn't for some reason. And that was Frank Lampard's ghost goal against Germany.
Yeah.
Okay, talk me through it, because I didn't actually watch this clip. Oh, wait, I remember it. I've just gone straight on, Googled Lampard ghost goal images, and yes, I remember it.
And how far over the fucking line is it, Michael Ellingham?
And he just dragged it back, didn't he?
It was...
And it just, how the hell they got away with it?
It was nuts, though, wasn't it? And it was World Cup, and was it the equaliser? We were down 1-0 and that would have been 1-1.
Yes,
and they went on to absolutely batter us after that. And it was such a clear goal. In fact, I tell you how bad the moment was. That is regarded as the reason we now have goal line technology. Yeah. That's what finally pushed it over the edge.
Yeah.
So I guess there's some good from that, but
I guess so. But how on earth did they miss that? It's not so. You had some sympathy for the refs and linesmen back then when it was close.
Yeah, because sometimes, I mean, even now, sometimes when you have goal line technology, and no human could ever have got that.
No.
But it was clear as day.
Well, a quote from Fabio Capello 10 years afterwards saying that he still can't get it out of his mind. It's still there. He thinks about it all the time.
I was surprised.
Well, you're clearly both not surprised, are you?
It was such a... I mean...
Hold on, wait there, Mike. You know when you get that, because we said that at the exact same time, I want you to take that sound clip and remix it and put a load of effects on it.
Like Hot Rod's Cool Beans.
Yeah, Cool Beans. Cool
Beans. And that's gone right over so many people's heads.
Yeah, but for long-time listeners, I did watch Hot Rod after his recommendation, and I thought it was pretty meh, but in a good way.
Yeah, you said a solid 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Right, anyway. Yeah, no, it's an absolutely dishonourable in terms of frustrating. Not dishonourable in terms of it's like in terms of being an England fan. It's just horrible.
Yeah, and I just feel like it summed up Frank Lampard's England career so close yet so far. Like you saw glimpses of magic in English shit, but never ever close to what he did in Chelsea. Like a lot of England players, really.
All of them in that era, really.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah, that's it. It's not just because Frank. Do you know what I mean? I felt so sorry for him because if he'd scored that, we've gone on to win that game. What a moment for him that would have been. There's so many nearly moments for so many of that golden generation that are summed up by little moments like that.
Definitely.
No,
I mean, you look at it now, and we went on to lose 4-1, but it was such a pivotal moment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was just.
It was, just so you know, the incident that reopened the discussion about goal line technology.
There you go. I thought it was,
Yeah. Well, apparently there was several errors, but the disallowed goal being the main.
I think being a World Cup knockout, it was a knockout game as well, wasn't it?
It's last 16.
Yeah. Like, to be such a pivotal moment, to be, essentially be knocked out. I know if you're a German fan, you're probably going, you shut the fuck up, we beat you 4-1. You can have the goal, we still have
it's one goal,
but it was the moment of the game, and it really did just absolutely, it was like a sucker punch to the team who saw it.
Yeah.
Deflated everyone, deflated the fans in the stadium. So,
it takes it all out of it, doesn't it?
It's such a psychological game. Because football's so low scoring, it's harder, I think, when you have things like that go wrong to bounce back from them.
Well, it's so often why you see in your lists as well, like you said, it might be like the team might be losing 1-0 and then they score a goal and then get another one almost instantly afterwards because you've got that momentum there. It's such a build-up of sort of enthusiasm again. It really does change the game.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, good choice. Right, so we're into our top choices and...
Well, hold on. Whilst we're still in this honourable mention phase, you've watched most of these moments either on YouTube or you've seen them before, correct?
Yes.
Of the selected ones so far, what would you pick as the best moment for you? Or is your favourite moment one of our number ones?
It's not your number ones, and
okay.
I think you know why it's not your number one.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, so not my number ones, but I would say just because I remember it and I was a fan at the time, it would be this Solskjaer goal.
Yeah.
For United. It's weird that I remember it. But you saying this has just reminded me that we have actually had a friend of the show, one of my best friends, contact me with his top moment.
Okay.
Of I'm just
getting it up
now because I've completely forgotten it.
So it's like a bit of a quiz.
Oh, I like this. Yeah, let's turn this into a quiz.
And we get one guess each.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
Oh, clues.
They have to be hard.
I know, that's what makes it difficult. I'm getting up the match report to make it better.
This will be the bit you've got to edit the most.
Yeah. I'll start off the hardest possible. The game was on Sunday, 12th of May, 2013. It's gone down as it's gone down in footballing folklore due to such a dramatic ending.
I know it.
You know it?
Yeah, I know it as soon as the date went.
Wait,
no more.
Pause.
Let him have a guess.
2013.
Well, I've got another really good clue that wouldn't give it away necessarily, but will.
Let me type it down so I'm not one of those dickheads who, when Shaun gets around, like, yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, Shaun's currently with Mike recording this, by the way, so there will be proof.
Sorry, what was it? So the date was 13th of May 2013.
12th of May.
12th of May 2013.
It wasn't on the Saturday.
It must be...
The time might help a little bit.
The Premier League game.
Yeah, in terms of not a Premier League game.
Oh,
is this the...
I don't know it.
Is this the Leicester-Watford?
It is the Leicester-Watford game.
Oh, good man!
Nicely done. Yeah, so my friend just literally sent me a clip and I watched it. And number one, shocking scenes from Leicester just diving. It was Knockaert, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so basically Knockaert dived and got Leicester a penalty and they missed it. And I don't know who the goalkeeper for Watford was at the time.
We were talking about this recently.
We were, yeah.
There you go. He not only saved the penalty, but also the follow-up shot straight away afterwards. Ball got cleared, and it went out to, which you two will know better, I imagine. I know who scored the goal.
I know
Troy Deeney scored.
But someone
Deeney scored it, yeah.
Yeah.
The assist. Who playing from them? Forestieri? Was he playing from them?
Vidra?
Yes, it was Vidra.
Was it Vidra?
Yeah, just passed it through, and just 19 seconds. Like, it was literally the last 19 seconds of the game because the whistle blew the moment the goal was scored. Scores sending Watford into the Premier League. Like, it was a great moment, I imagine, for Watford fans.
Yeah, that's incredible, isn't
It was nuts.
See, I remember Watford going into the Premier League, but I didn't realise it was such an insane
Story.
sort of moment because they were
Am I right in saying
equalised before that.
Was that a playoff game, and then they went to Wembley and won it after that?
I think you're right in saying that.
Yeah.
Yes. No, they didn't win in that one. I thought that's when they did get promoted. I do apologise. So the final didn't exactly go to plan.
Who'd they lose to? West Ham? No, that was Blackpool.
It doesn't say in this article. No, it doesn't say in this article. But yeah, it's a great moment. It's the sort of things that as fans you live for.
Definitely, yeah. And there seems to be a theme of semi-finals in our top fives. I think semi-finals are special occasions. I think sometimes reaching a final
is a reward in itself.
Yeah,
almost.
exactly. Yeah.
If England got to a final, that World Cup, I'd be almost as happy as winning it. Just saying we've got to a final,
yeah.
And having it's being able to dream, isn't it? It's getting to a final, and then you expect it's the build of the week before. It's dreaming about, thinking about it, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. We've been there with Derby playoff finals, haven't we?
Yeah.
Then if you lose in a playoff semi, it's just gut wrenching. But then if you get, we've been in finals and lost, and that's
it's almost lost the magic with Derby now because we're just sick of finals.
Yeah.
Whereas for England, it'd just be the novelty being there would be worth it.
Yeah.
Whereas if we kept losing every year, like Germany used to do. Did Germany go through a phase of losing finals in major tournaments?
They lost in 2002 to Brazil, I think.
Yeah, was that in Korea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they lost another one around then as well.
Yeah, like a Euros or something. Possibly. Maybe.
Anyway, big thanks to Cole for sending that in.
I
make Cole Healy.
Has he got Twitter?
No. Might have Instagram.
Tell him to fucking follow us then. Jesus Christ, Carl.
I'm pretty sure he does follow us.
Thanks, Carl. We'll take that back.
I love that you went straight for the hate without asking anything.
I need more Twitter followers, man.
I've got you loads of Twitter followers.
I want real followers.
You need to get Twitter.
They are real followers.
We've got a mam on Twitter, thank you. Okay. That is my Twitter.
Right, let's move on then to your number one choices. Mike, we'll stick with you.
Okay.
Again, it'll make sense.
Okay. So, this is the most watched highlights of a football game I've ever rewatched. It is the best I've ever felt winning a game because of all the backstory. Now, I'm fucking obsessed with football. Obsessed, like Shaun. It takes way too much of my life. Playing it when I was younger, then playing video games of it like FIFA and Foot Manager, watching it, talking about it, playing fantasy football, just nuts. And my knowledge on it's crazy. I think I could have learned 7 languages with the amount of football knowledge I've got rattling around. It's pathetic, really. And sometimes I'll go through a week where I watch 4 or 5 games, and they're all shit. I'm like you, and I'm like, I'm wasting my life. Why do I still like football? Have you ever had that? It's horrible.
Sometimes I've watched 4 games in a day and thought, what the fuck am I
I've thrown a day of my precious life away.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck? But then it's games like this that make me remember why I love football. Football is so much more than a sport. It's that cliche, it's you couldn't write this, you couldn't script this. And it's true, this real life drama that unfolds because these narratives happen throughout the season. So this season, Derby County's manager Frank Lampard had got into a bit of a to-do because of an incident with Leeds. Leeds had paid someone to spy on Derby County, and it was famously called Spygate. And it's one of those where it technically wasn't illegal, but obviously incredibly morally so. I think they've actually made it illegal since. It's one of those where it's so obviously wrong, we don't need to make it illegal in football, but they've had to since. And then Bielsa put on this masterclass, everyone said, where basically he showed us a PowerPoint full of data, which every club has. But because he's the first manager to ever publicly show it, and was like, "Oh my god, he's a fucking genius." He probably is, to be fair, but still, I feel bitter about it.
I mean, he is.
Yeah.
The things he does.
He's one of the best. He's one of the best managers to ever grace this earth. But anyway, and then Leeds created this song. Took an Oasis song and created a chant about Frank Lampard and Derby, which was
Stop crying your eyes out.
Yeah, Frank Lampard. And Derby County drew Leeds in the semi-final of the playoffs, and they beat us twice in the season. They comfortably beat us 1-0 at Derby County at Pride Park. So going away to Ellen Road, one of the notorious most difficult stadiums to go to because their fans are very, very loud, very, very passionate. It just felt like we had no chance. And then the shittest goal I've ever seen. Like, Leeds score some beautiful goals. Probably the ugliest they've ever scored under Bielsa. Do you remember it?
What, in the second leg?
Yeah, their first one.
I can't remember, you know.
Calvin Phillips takes a free kick.
Yeah.
Hits the post, and then it's just tap in from, I think it's Stuart Dallas.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I remember Dallas.
Do you know what I mean? Just all Derby switched off. Keith switched off, then for the second ball as well.
Yeah.
So then you think 2-0
You know, when I watched the highlights, I did semi think the same thing.
And then we get one back thanks to first goal scorer. He replaced Dwayne Holmes.
You're really testing Sean's knowledge here, aren't you? It's like everything that you're saying, you're getting him to guess.
Yeah, but he got it. So then Jack Marriott.
I didn't realise Marriott's. So did Marriott score was that the goal with the mishap with the keeper?
Yep, and that's where, and that was again like a type of goal you'd never see ever before. You know what I mean? It's just nuts, isn't it, to see that type of goal? That's 1 in a million.
Yeah.
So then you feel hope. Then they get another goal back. That's a beautiful goal. I think it's Stuart Dallas again.
Yeah,
I think really nice. And then so you think, well, it's over again. Then one of the weirdest goals, probably the strangest goal Mason Mount's ever scored in his life. Remember that one? Like he's falling to the ground.
Yes, I do remember that.
And he scoops it over the keeper.
Yeah.
You think, oh, we've got a chance here. Then we get a penalty. Really weird penalty. There's no reason for Cooper to do it.
Oh, yeah. It's really rash.
And then a decent penalty from Harry Wilson. And then my moment of the game, because even at that point, I still didn't believe we'd win it. Because it was 3-3, and you just felt like Leeds would go on and win it. I don't know why. Derby's history, how good Leeds were. And then the craziest second yellow I've ever seen, where he could have got 2 yellows in a row. I think it was Berardi, is it? Just cuts down a player. Ref don't blow for it, but you know you can tell he proper shit it because of the fans. Because it should have been a foul and yellow.
Yeah.
And then he just stabs fucking Bradley Johnson in the leg after he's kicked it away. He passed it off and he gets second yellow.
That's completely passed me by.
Has it? And then when that red card happened, I was like, oh my god, we're gonna fucking do it. Jolly, because you just felt watching it. The atmosphere just drained from the stadium, and you just knew there was only one team winning it from that place.
It seems to be a thing in Ellen Road, doesn't it? It's rocking. When they went up,
the
place was rocking. But then as soon as we stopped pulling it back, I remember that as well. The place went deathly silent.
I wouldn't even say they turned on their own fans. They were just shell shocked, weren't they?
Yeah.
They had nothing. And then Jack Marriott's goal with a beautiful assist from Richard Keogh.
Oh yeah,
a nosebleed. He was that far up the pitch. Like I said, it just honest to God. I mean, they hit the crossbar. We hit the crossbar. Yeah. We then got a red card at the end. Scott Malone made it nervous for us, and then obviously everyone started chanting, "Stop crying your hearts out, Bielsa." We got the chant they gave to us. We then gave back to them, and all the players started doing the spy goggles because obviously the Spygate. It was just. You know, I mean, obviously Leeds got the last laugh, I know, because they're in the Premier League and they're a better team than blah, blah, blah. But for that night, that moment, for me, that's what football's about. It's those moments that will stay with you forever. That you forget about all the boring 0-0s you've watched over the years and all the rubbish and disappointment. Yeah. It's these moments that stay with you. And, you know, you can talk to a Derby fan about that for hours. You can meet a stranger who's a Derby fan and you could talk to them for 2-3 hours about that one game.
Absolutely.
It gives an instant connection and closeness with someone where you can when you share these moments.
For me, my favourite moment about that game was after the game. Like you just mentioned the goggles and stuff, the players doing that, but just that one season fans had such a good connection with the players and the manager.
Which is rare now, there's that much money in the game as well.
Definitely, yeah. Lampard come in and I know he then, we lost in the playoff final. He decided to move on to Chelsea, and some Derby fans argue he kind of did the dirty on us slightly. But I mean, I don't blame the guy for doing it. And I think when he was at Derby, he genuinely loved it, and he genuinely had a connection with the fans and liked the place. And to see the manager and the coaching staff celebrating with the players right in front of all the away supporters, the Derby fans, and that was so nice to see.
And that'll stay with me for the rest of my life. That genuinely
really cool moment. Yeah,
which, like you say, is what it's all about.
It is, and I don't know. Like I say, that's why you love football. That's, I don't know. Yeah, just
having that passion to support something so much that you enjoy their success, even though it's not your success, really.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. You've been to gigs, Mike, so you can call me out and say it's bullshit. Obviously, you can, Shaun, as well. But like, I've been to gigs, and there's, I guess, a sense of togetherness, but the focus is just on the band, and you enjoying yourself and your group of friends. There's a bit of selfishness to it.
Yeah.
And I've never anything like going to a stadium of 10,000 people, 100 people, 11,000, 90,000, whatever. You know, I've been to lots of different ones, but have all these people share the same passion, and particularly like your own fans. There's this closeness and bondness of all these strangers with you because you all love the same thing.
Yeah.
That you just, I don't know, I've never experienced somewhere else. I know it gets compared, especially like in the 80s, wouldn't they? Like, you know, down London, down south, they'd be like, I'm going to church. You know, I go to church on a Saturday. That's, you know, they go to the ground. It's a bit tongue in cheek, I guess, but there is almost this religiousness to it.
There is, and I think it's so much more than just the sport, because I know, obviously, when we've been in lockdown for over a year, and I know that there's a lot of football fans that have generally struggled with mental health and stuff, because it's, for them, going to that game and that togetherness, it means, you know, it means so much to so many people that, you know, losing that sometimes is...
You can forget your worries, can't you?
Yeah, so you can, you know that you're in a crowd of 20, 30,000 people, and everyone's supporting the same thing.
And I think there's
There's
people...
something nice about that.
I think there's a lot of people as well I know who struggle socially to talk to people, but could talk to someone about football all day.
Yeah.
So they'd struggle to have, like, you know, general niceties about the weather and, what's your interest? Let's learn about each other. But there's something about football, isn't there, that you can talk to a stranger about and just cut out all that bullshit and just talk about your shared passion and geek out together and not worry about how you look.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it is a geeky thing, really, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like following numbers and statistics and remembering players from the 90s and going, oh, do you remember this player? Do you remember who scored in this game? Yeah.
Well,
it's super geeky. I don't know why people try and make it cool. It's not.
Well, I've seen that there's like a comic strip in which some like jocks in the comic strip walk past some kids playing Dungeons and Dragons, shout out geeks, and then next scene it's just them at home doing all their fantasy football, working out the numbers and swapping players.
Yeah.
And it is, in essence, the same sort of thing.
100% is.
Definitely, yeah.
And like I say, when you play in like Foot Manager or FIFA, you're role playing, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know, you can literally create a football now on FIFA and play like as if you're a professional footballer and you're not.
It's so true, actually. Yeah.
And then interview yourself at the end of the game.
I mean, I think only a few special weirdos do that. But hey, let us know on social media at Mon Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and OnlyFans, and find out. Let us know if you also interview yourself with your fake, I don't know, whatever interest you have.
You're not going to get
right.
With
anyway,
OnlyFans.
I just want to see.
He had
someone
Pornhub last
searches
week.
it. Oh yeah, I had Pornhub.
Wow.
I'm going to add a different.
It's like his new thing.
And you know, the worst bit is I didn't plan either of them, and I'd forgotten this week I'd done it before. So how childish I am.
Was it last week's where you were talking about when Jack Wilshere's goal was the most watched?
Yeah, on Pornhub, which it was. Do you remember that goal as well?
Oh, it was absolutely delightful.
Oh my god, yeah. If it didn't give you a semi, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Right, we've had enough about your number one pick, Mike. Shaun, let's hear your final choice.
Absolutely, yeah. So mine is also a Derby County moment. So mine is going back a little bit further. So mine is I think it's 2006 or 2007. 2007. Is Derby County's second leg playoff win against Southampton. So
what a game. I wouldn't have thought that.
Incredible game. And so this was my first season as a season ticket holder. Before then, obviously, I was a big football fan and been to plenty of games, but this was the first season where I kind of really took a real interest in every single game, and I went to a few away games and stuff, and it was fun. We'd had a few strange seasons before that, but this season Billy Davies come in and took us to, at one point, the top of the league, and eventually we settled in third. And just throughout the entire season, there were just some. I mean, looking back, the football was pretty turgid. It was pretty direct stuff, and and it wasn't. Sometimes it wasn't great to watch, but there were just some really amazing moments. We had a player called Giles Barnes who scored some magical goals. We had last-minute winners. We had some brilliant moments, and it was just a great season. I mean, obviously, like I say, the football wasn't great, but the moments, and I think about because of our age.
But do you know what's nuts? I've never really computed and put together. That season was awful football-wise in terms of like stylistically.
Yeah.
But that Southampton game was so exciting.
Exactly.
When I think of that game, I think of it like completely self-contained.
Yeah.
I forget Billy Davies was manager when I think of that game.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, it wasn't like a Billy Davies game, was it?
No.
Most of them were 1-0. I think we had something like 11 1-0 victories or something that season. And
God, what crazy! Yeah, that's nuts in itself.
It's mad. And so anyway, I think we finished third that season. Southampton finished sixth. First leg was at Southampton's place. We won 2-1. Can you remember the goal scorers, Mike? I'm going to reverse this on you.
Pesky Salido?
No.
I thought that's why I got on the final.
Who was the main striker that season?
Stevie Howard.
There you go. So he scored both.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so there was a headed goal and there was a penalty. To be honest, I'd forgot a lot about that first leg as well because it's compared to the second one, it's just forgettable, isn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway, then we approached the second leg 2-1 up. I remember the Derby had announced that night it was going to be, I remember they called it Black and White Night, so they got everyone to wear Derby tops because I remember it was an absolutely glorious evening. And I remember that we all approached it quite confidently, thought we were going to win, and then we end up going 1-0 up. They equalise literally instantly, then they score again, and then there's an own goal, so it's 2-2, and then there's a last minute winner for them, absolute heartbreak, taking it to extra time. Can you remember the ex-Derby player who scored that winner for Southampton, Mike?
Was it Rajat?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he popped in the winner. Extra time, as it often goes, nothing really happens. So then it went down to penalties. So
I remember that extra being very cagey.
Yeah, just I don't recall a lot happening, to be honest, from what I remember. I think it's often the case.
Yeah. You're scared to commit too much.
As soon as that 90th minute whistle goes, they're thinking about penalties straight away. So yeah, then it goes to penalties, and we score all of ours. So all four that we took went in. And I think the best moment of the entire night was that the last penalty for them was taken by a player called Inigo Ndiakes. A couple of seasons before, he was starring at Derby. He took us to the playoff semi-finals as part of that team. Absolutely brilliant player. Same as Rajak, who also played for Southampton. So Ndiakes steps up to take this last penalty, blazes it straight over the bar, and then Pride Park just goes absolutely mad. It was brilliant. Pitch invasion. Everyone running on the pitch. Everyone going wild. After about 2 or 3 minutes, everyone's chanting Ndiakes' name because we feel like he's just basically
done it on purpose.
Says the playoff final. So it was it was absolutely brilliant. And I think for me, because that was like I said before, it was my first year as a season ticket holder, and it was the first year really I'd taken an interest in the entire season as a Derby fan. It was brilliant. Loved it.
Just thinking about that penalty shootout, I remember reading an interesting statistic recently about, Man United lost their penalty shootout recently in the Europa League.
Yeah.
And Bruno Fernandes won the coin toss. So he got to choose, and he chose the Villarreal to go first.
Okay.
If you go first in a penalty shootout, you have a 60% chance of winning it.
Really?
Yep.
You think, like, psychological?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you come up to miss it. It's when you get to sudden death, you know if you miss your penalty, if you're gone second, that you've lost. Whereas if you miss the penalty, if you've gone first, you know at least they've got to then go up and score. There's a lot of pressure on them. It's not completely your fault, sort of thing.
It's the worst thing when watching it. Like, I can't imagine actually doing it.
Yeah, even as a neutral, watching the second team makes me feel sick.
Yeah.
Even if I want the team going first to win, I feel sick watching, knowing how much pressure's on that penalty.
It actually shows how good they're not great because it's always so nerve-wracking, but it shows how tense they are by the fact that even like me watching any penalty shootout makes me just like you say feel sick just watching it, because they are just horrible things to watch, really.
But it is such drama though that there's been games before where I've had absolutely no interest in watching. I've just been on my phone. This one's penalties. I'll stick that on. And you just watch it because it's such brilliant drama. 100%.
I've done the exact same. Not been bothered about the game.
Like some sort of sadistic thing.
Yeah.
Fuck penalties. Here we go. Let's watch some people absolutely destroy their lives for the next month because they've missed.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. The person who misses, like, it's never like, oh well, never mind.
Well, they get death threats or racially abused sometimes.
It's almost in that sort of situation, yeah, absolutely awful, the sort of things that they do, but it must be horrendous for them living with, especially if it's such a big sort of
that's got to be
moment.
the back of your mind. You've got to be so strong to not have, not only, oh God, I can't miss we lose. If I lose, I'm going to have this happen, this happen, this happen. Do you know what I mean? That's got to be at the back of your head.
Well, there's been 3 England players that had an advertising contract because of missing penalties.
Really?
Waddle, Pearce, Southgate, because they all missed in 99 and 96.
Yeah.
They all had I think they're in, I can't remember what it was for now. But I remember they're all in this pizza shop and they got a multi-million-pound, well, it might not be multi-million, but they got a pretty tasty advertising deal out of it.
What was the premise about them missing?
It was something like, I think someone threw something at Southgate, went, oh, you missed. That was this. Look it up. That was what this advert. And they got paid a load of money for it.
I mean, he's not a goalkeeper, so
yeah. Sometimes it pays to miss.
There you go.
But no, it must be horrible though. Like, the thought of. I think that 5th penalty, isn't it? I mean, there's some players that choose to take that 5th one. I don't know how.
But this is how ridiculous football is. We're here being like those poor fucking millionaires who have to get and take that penalty. Fuck the doctors who have to make life-saving.
Right.
They've got these fucking scalpels, and if they get it slightly wrong, they're going to like paralyse someone. I mean, that's fucking pressure, isn't it? Can you imagine? Oh God, how sad people be.
Yeah, I watch Holby and it's not giving me the same sort of tenseness.
It doesn't though, does it? It's like, although I know that it's wrong that we put so much pressure on this, it's weird, isn't it, when you think about it?
You know what I think it is? It's that every professional football player should be able to score. From
yeah, exactly.
There's no excuse for unless the goalkeeper's made an absolutely amazing save. There's no excuse to miss.
No.
So I think it's that.
Yeah, because it's always the shooter's game, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice expression. I like that line.
Cheers.
If that came across patronising, I genuinely really liked it.
No, I liked it as well.
Great shouts for all of the lists there, and like even ones that I resonated with, which I really wasn't expecting to happen.
Yeah, cool. I mean, I really enjoyed making it. It was a lovely excuse to watch loads of old clips back, and yeah, it was nice to reminisce actually.
I also want to make this like the first monetized and only monetized episode, so that I can, even if we just make a penny off it, so I can be like, look, all this time, Mum, I was watching all this football instead of revising or doing housework. It's paid off. You said I'd never get paid for watching football, and here we are.
I'll email Match of the Day now and see what we can do.
Oh.
How many games did you guys watch to try and make your list then? Or did you have a good idea at the time that what roughly was going to be there?
I was not sure about this. I didn't want to say because I didn't want to give away a clue. I straight away knew I wanted at least one Derby and at least one England, and I wanted at least one Premier League. They were the 3 straight away. I want at least one of them, and then with that as well, I don't want to have like 4 Derby. And it should all be Derby County ones.
Yeah.
So that was my rule. And before that, my first one was the 1999 Champions League final. So that was already in. And then I couldn't decide between Aguero and Leicester in the league. So I thought, fuck it. You've got 5, Michael. Put them both on. Treat yourself. So, yeah. Pretty easy, actually, in the end, you.
See, I had a massive list.
How many do you reckon you had at one point?
I had an A4 list.
Did you?
Yeah, just so many.
Did you go and ask people or Google anything, or did you just go straight?
No, I was just thinking about it. I was taking a shit actually, and I started typing them out on my phone.
All the best.
And then you're like, I need paper.
Exactly,
I need paper.
So then I was like, right, no, I need pen and paper for this. I started writing them down on there, and I was like, Jesus,
need something to work it out.
Yeah, exactly.
So and I just really struggled to narrow it down actually, and for the honourable mentions, I could just kept going on and on. To be honest, But the thing is, well,
it's nice to see someone keeping to the tradition of the numerous honourable mentions.
Well,
exactly.
It was quite funny. He said, how many can you pick? I said, well, I normally try and pick one, but Mike often just goes, fuck that. What do you reckon the most you've ever selected for honourable mentions are?
It was, I can't remember the exact title, but was it childhood video games?
How many did you go with, you reckon?
I think I gave about 5, but I had about 50 on my list.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just kept on thinking of more and more, and it was just insane. Here's another question for you then, Shaun, because Mike talked about how he imposed sort of like rules about he was going to pick this sort of like one England match, one Derby match, sorry. I do the same. Whenever we make lists, we always seem to pick rules that we don't discuss with each other before.
Okay.
But did you have anything that you'd sort of, or were you literally going free for all?
Mine was quite similar actually to Mike's. I I started writing them down, and most of them were Derby. And I thought, that's going to be really boring, top 5. If every single one is Derby County, I thought, no, I can't.
I did text you before saying I was really worried it was going to happen.
Yeah, I know. But no, I disciplined myself and thought, no, I can have a maximum of 2. So I thought, 2 Derby. I wanted an England one on there because it's a great time to talk about England, isn't it? So
yeah,
that'd be a good one to put in. And I generally love that 2018 World Cup.
And obviously we've just won the first game, or we've just lost the first game, or we've just drawn the first game.
I wonder what you do about to say. I wonder what you're doing there. I was like, am I having a stroke or is he? Thank God we're not video, because you should have seen my face then.
He started.
Well, when I was saying it, my hand was on my face, and I was like sort of doing the same motions as well, like every single time. So you probably would have thought you were stuck in a glitch.
I was sat next to Mike, and for every single one that he said, he just started leaning forward.
Yeah, I literally did.
He was about to headbutt the mic.
And for some reason, my left eye started closing more and more and more as well.
Have you guys got plans to watch the first game? Well, that's a stupid question. Of course you've got plans to watch the first game.
Of what? I don't like football, man.
Okay, yeah. I actually thought you were serious for a second then. You heard it in my voice, I'm sure. I was like, hold on, really?
Well, after watching all the World Cup together and being together clearly a good omen, I decided I'd have it round here. I'd have my dad round, I'd have my brother-in-law, and I invited Shaun. And Shaun, what are you doing this Sunday?
I'm off to the pub.
Nice, why not?
I just kind of... One of the big reasons I love 2018 so much is because we were all at the pub together and we had this like eclectic mix of people. So there was one of our friends, Dad's was there, who invited a load of his friends. There was obviously your brother-in-law was there, Ben, and then there was like a few of my work friends that were there. So it was just a really nice like mix of a load of people that would probably never ever be together apart from that reason. It was just great. So
and there were just strangers that ended up joining our group for parts of it, because you'd be at the bar with someone at the same time, order a drink, so it tends to be happening. You'd just be chatting and hugging and consoling each other. It was,
but you obviously, unfortunately, won't be happening this year.
No, it's not going to be the same. But I just wanted to try and get a little
bank
taste
balance thanks me, because that World Cup, I went out for every single game to the pub and drank a serious amount of alcohol. It literally killed me. Financially, and my liver has never been the same since. But it's worth it.
I remember that Sweden game. It was on a Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was like 3:00 on a Saturday, and it was just.
Honestly, genuinely, I have zero memory of that Sweden game, and I actually always forget when we think about that quarter. I struggle to bring them to mind.
That was the most relaxing game, apart from Panama. We won 6-0.
Yeah,
that was the most relaxing game.
Who scored?
Kane.
I know you couldn't see that, Mark, because he's on camera now, but a giant question mark just appeared over his head as he said Kane. And if you could also hear it in his voice.
Oh, it was the most questioning answer I've ever heard in my life.
I think Kane scored a penalty.
And what about the other goal scorer?
Dele Alli, I'm going to go for. I know he scored at some point.
Here, Mike Googling away because he has no idea of the answer.
The one that you're super confident about was wrong, but Dele Alli was one. Was that a shot in the dark or Dele Alli?
No,
Don't fucking lie!
I knew Dele Alli scored at some point. It was either that or...
Oh, yeah. I knew Dele Alli scored in his life. And, but why not?
Predictions for Sunday, Mike.
So, I think... This isn't just me being pessimistic. I think we'll go on to win the tournament. But I think we'll lose the first game. I think we'll absolutely batter them and lose 2-1.
You think we're going to win the tournament?
Yeah.
Wow, big shout.
Yeah. You heard it here first. And just so I don't look a fool,
and
I think we're going to get to the final, semi-final, quarter-final. Last what about you?
I think we'll draw on Sunday. And... I've got a horrible feeling we're going to get knocked out in the last 16.
Fucking hell. I'm not bringing you round again.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
You bummed me out as when I started.
I know, I'm sorry. It's just...
Just imagine about it. Some people will genuinely listen to this 9, 10 a.m, 11 a.m. before the game, getting all buzzed thinking, and they'll be so happy that, oh, what great it was to talk about football. And you're just fucking depressed.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. It's just... we're likely going to be against Germany, Portugal or France in the last 16, and... I can't. When was the last time we beat a big side?
Nations League, which was a few years ago now, wasn't it? I remember obviously we quite a few.
It was only Holland, I think.
No, but in the knockouts before the actual final part.
Okay.
We beat.
Yeah, I think we beat someone decent.
Yeah.
Actually. I want to be proven wrong. And I think we've got the squad to do it. Like, definitely got enough players.
It's just what?
It's just whoever Southgate picks.
Exactly. What about you, Michael Ollingham?
I got no idea, do I?
Have a guess then.
I'm just in it to enjoy it. Like that's
Well,
what I'm going to the pub to
draw.
watch it.
You've got to say win, surely then.
Oh well, yeah.
And then between us, we're right.
Yeah.
You go to the pub to watch it. That'd be nice. Who are you going with?
I'm actually going to the pub. Charlie, friend of the show,
Hi, Charlie.
and Paul, another friend of the show.
I don't feel like I've.
Twitter OG.
Oh, hello, Paul. I see.
Right, really sounds like you're coming on to him now.
I'm a little bit like me.
You've got a thing for your Twitter
Retweet
OGs.
me.
Where would they do all that?
They would follow us at Mon Podcast, and they would follow us on such social networks such as LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook.
This is why we don't get any
Instagram.
subscribers, because you give fake places.
When you said LinkedIn, I thought...
They started looking on LinkedIn. It's like,
Actually-
well, it's not there, is he?
I really.
How was it I fell for all these? Even when you said OnlyFans earlier, I was like, well, maybe.
I like to think that someone did try to search us on Pornhub, but I genuinely fear what comes up if you put Mammon into Pornhub, because it just doesn't. Do you know, Mammon just doesn't sound like a nice name when you link it to sex. Yeah,
very nice.
I'm kind of intrigued. I'm not going to do it because I'm also.
this is why they invented.
Can you search
private
Mammon
tabs.
on Google and sort of all sorts of Polish things come up?
Do they? What does it mean? What do we mean in Polish?
Yeah.
That's sick.
That'd be really cool if
should we
it
Google?
means something they're cool.
It means like genital warts or something. Like great. People keep listening to us. That's why we get so many listeners. People looking for a cure.
Or, well, if you search Mammon, you might actually just get a load of MILFs on Pornhub, because in Polish, Mammon means mums.
Oh, that's really nice.
Okay.
And I mean, I feel like with the least mum
We're
thing
taking
ever.
it down a bit.
If you get a lot of Polish mums listening, then they might not get what they're expecting.
Imagine they're fucking
Yeah, it's
buzzing
like,
their tits
hold
off.
on,
And they're
this
like, I like to think they're going, oh god, yeah, when Jack Marriott scored that goal against Leeds in the semi-final in 2018, what a
To be
moment.
fair, we've got two Polish players at Derby now, so maybe they'd love all the Derby talk.
Yeah, maybe. We are.
Well done for
Derby
representing.
Derby is being Derby games being shown more in Poland than they've ever been now because of us having two very talented young Polish footballers.
Yeah.
There you go. Right, I think we'll leave it there
hold
then.
on, talking of Polish mums, what is our topic for
As
next
again,
week?
the podcast goes on. Oh, well, yeah, talking
You
of Polish
just
mums,
cut
our
off
topic
my
for
best
next...
segue. That was my best one
Yeah.
ever.
Well, I'm literally about to get in for you.
Edit this.
Talking
to
to
get
Polish
stitched
mums,
together, yes.
You're right. Next week, we're going to be talking about fictional dads.
Oh, that was close. I was
Yeah,
on
you
the
see
borderline.
why I was like, no, not quite, Mike.
Damn it.
Yeah, next week is our top 5 fictional dads, and I think
Do they have
so
to be
I
Polish
struggled
or
on
can
making-
they be any nationality?
they can only be Polish.
Okay.
That is the rule.
Does Mr.
No, any
Hold on,
nationality-
got a joke here. Does Mr. Muscle count? He's
Why?
Polish, isn't he? Isn't that a type of Polish?
Oh my god.
Yes! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good night.
Yeah, I think it is good night after that one.
Oh, no,
Let's end on the high.
Just to get sure, it's because polish. Mr. Muscle's a type of
Mike,
Polish.
how do you do this with him every week?
You know, I do struggle sometimes. There's at least one joke a week that he does that I'm like, right, let's just end the podcast here.
Yeah,
Let's just
definitely.
give up now.
Oh, God. We have a laugh, don't we?
Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much for having me, both of you. It's been
No, thanks for coming on. It's been a good podcast, actually. Good
it's,
episode.
I've really enjoyed it. It's been great.
Maybe we'll have to have you on in the future for any other lists that you fancy coming on for.
Maybe we could do a boxing one.
Possibly. Yeah.
Oh, your eyes lit up then. Look at that.
Oh, you're
You
into-
should have
you're into
seen
your
that.
boxing
I
then?
love a bit of boxing, yeah.
Ah.
I don't know how popular that would be, though. I feel like it's one of the niche sport. I mean, I know it's big,
Very
but
niche.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
To listen to
It's
a
one that I
podcast-
used to quite enjoy the boxing, but I just couldn't afford to be watching it constantly because like all the big ones were obviously paid for you.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
And also I'd be annoyed because I remember once me and my mate paid for an Ame Khan fight, and then it was over within the first round,
That's
and it was just
nothing
like,
worse.
well,
There's nothing worse.
yeah,
than
what
box office
was,
matches.
how was it sort of worth that money? So yeah,
I always remember being really young and my dad getting a Prince Nazim fight, and he got my friends, mum and dad round. They got a curry in. All the kids were around playing, and it was literally over within the first round. Like pretty soon in the first round as well. And they were just like, "We spent all this fucking money. What a waste!"
So annoying.
And that's back in the day where I think because my dad likes boxing, but he wasn't like huge into it, so he wouldn't have really known any of the undercard either. So pretty much just that main event, yeah.
There was one night when
one of the last live events I went to was a boxing match at the Nottingham Arena.
You offered me a ticket. I was busy.
Yeah, got free tickets, didn't I?
It was decent.
I honestly can't remember now. I honestly can't remember.
It might have been Ritson, the Newcastle fight. Yeah, I know.
Good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. To be fair, we had pretty much ringside seats as well.
Really?
Yeah, it was really quite impressive to see.
Very jealous. Why did you not go?
I feel like I was doing so much shit as well, but I just couldn't get out of it.
God.
It was. I think it was also like it was near the end of the month, and you didn't have money to be like spending on beer and stuff.
Oh yeah, might have been that as well.
Which also I understand.
That is a credit card.
Because also you would have had to get a taxi back from.
Credit card night. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good night actually.
Yeah,
I think
something a bit different. Yeah. I'd never been to the boxing before.
I'd love to do it.
I'd love to do it. Maybe we go and do a Mammon podcast at a boxing event live. And ironically,
top five boxers.
No. Ironically, we don't talk about boxing at all.
That's when you can do your Polish mum's top five.
Yeah, there you go.
So you talking about that? I just remember. So we're not going to say what they are, just in case they don't go ahead or not as planned. But we've got some new things planned potentially for the summer. Let's move away from the top fives. And when my friend suggested it to me, I was like, "Oh, that'd be good for our brand." As if, like, how am I thinking that we're such a big brand?
Like we're on like McDonald's level. When should we start franchising?
Yeah, that exactly. Oh, well, would we be getting the money then?
Yeah, well, I think we should. Obviously,
it'll be owned by someone else.
Should be. Well, yeah. Well, we get the money for selling the rights to it, don't we? But then we lose the quality control, and we've seen how professional this is.
This is top notch.
That's exciting, though. Taking a potential new route in the summer.
Yeah, well, we've got a few ideas, haven't we, Mike, of different ones that we want to do. And we want to sort of do potential episodes in which it's just us talking shit like this.
Yeah.
Because we're going to run out of top fives eventually, so we need to start spreading out the top fives.
We just need to see if there's any interest in our OnlyFans or not before we actually fully commit to it.
True.
So.
Well, I'll follow you on OnlyFans.
Well, that photo you sent me the other day, that's what needs to go on there, Mike.
Yeah, exactly, there you go.
Yeah, right. This is the thing that we're awful at, so let's try and get it ending the podcast. Because we go to end it, and then one of us just comes up with some random shit to come up with. Shaun, thanks for coming on the show again. It's been a great laugh.
Yeah, thanks to you guys. Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, and for anyone listening, find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Just search at Mammon Podcast. And if you have enjoyed us, rate and subscribe on any of the podcasting areas that you can get podcasts.
And just to remember, I'd rather you give me a 1 star than a 4.
So give 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what Mike's saying there. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
And stop.
Every week.